So this is editing Kristen from after the video. So this is just my vlog from October. I tried to film anything that I wanted to share that I thought was beautiful or inspiring or maybe curious. So sit back and enjoy the vlog. Let me know what you think. I finally decided it was time for me to try gouache again. I got this gouache, the 60-pack Arteza Gouache, and I used it a couple times and I didn't really like the results I was getting. I kept expecting the paint to behave like acrylic or oil, and it's neither of those. And it's more like watercolor, but it's not at the same time. It's just thicker pigments, more larger pigments, and watercolor is really fine pigments. So I had to learn how to use those large pigments. And it's taken me some practice, and I've been working in the sketchbook. So I'm going to do another sketchbook exercise. But I realized what was really holding me back was the fact that the paint is still in tubes. So I invested in 2 little gouache palettes. I got a one with slightly larger little pans and then one with small pans, and between the 2 of them I had 60 little pans, so it worked out perfectly. I will leave links to all of the things that I'm using in the description so that you can find them. I do recommend this gouache. I find it very fun to play with, and it gives a really nice colorful result. It is my first set of gouache though, so take that with a grain of salt. Having the gouache in palettes just made it so accessible. I had been used to that with my watercolor, and I really enjoy just having it out, and I can just spray a water bottle over it to rejuvenate it, and then you touch it with the brush and you're ready to go. You can use a wet brush and just rejuvenate it. If I am feeling hesitant to work because I'm afraid of wasting paint and not getting into the flow of the painting and just having it sit on my palette and dry out and be wasted. Gouache is the perfect solution to get out of that mindset and get creative, because it works perfectly great dried out or not dried out, and it's a little bit more quick to work with than just watercolor, because watercolor you need a lot more water to make work, whereas gouache, it feels like it blends well when you layer thicker amounts of paint on top of other gouache and then rejuvenate it with some water, and you get those nice color blends. It's so much fun. I love playing with color. If you love playing with color, you will enjoy these. I know this is going to be about a sketchbook illustration that I've created, and I'll get to that, but I want to show you something that I accidentally found out, and it's about my pumpkin. And then there's this one. It's coming along. My pumpkin carving. I carved a pumpkin to look like Baby Yoda because it's cute. Why the heck not? Of course I'm gonna carve a pumpkin to look like Baby Yoda. Anyway, I didn't film the carving process. I'm sorry. Maybe next time, if people egg me on, I'll carve a pumpkin on camera. But I did come up with the idea of staining my pumpkin with the Arteza Gouache just to see what happens, because I know acrylic isn't gonna work. I shaved all the skin off my pumpkin and it's wet and it's never gonna dry ever. But I figured maybe it would dye into the flesh of the pumpkin if I spread it across. I've done this before with India ink, and it looked really cool for Inktober to do an inked pumpkin. It also looks pretty cool to 3D print an orb and put an LED inside of it and light up your pumpkin, which is what I did last year. And I didn't feel like getting electronics into the mix this year, so I just did Baby Yoda and painted it, and it rained all night. And I looked this morning and it was still beautifully painted. It didn't bleed all over the porch. I just found some kind of Halloween jack-o'-lantern painting magic. I've never heard of this before. Just on a whim decided I'm gonna do an experiment, and it worked really well. I'm super pleased. So happy with that. And there's AJ's pumpkin. He designed the face. I recommend this as a try if you carve pumpkins the way I do, where they're not just holes in the pumpkin, but you like scrape the skin off and sculpt it with an X-Acto knife or Dremel tools or whatever you want. It worked out so cool if you have sculptural pumpkins to paint them with this Arteza gouache. I'm amazed. Anyway, back to the illustration. I was feeling inspired by the fall, and I felt that I wanted to do a tree. Why not? So I started painting this tree. And then I let it dry and I walked away, and when I came back, I decided it was going to be a yellow tree. And every time I came back to this painting, I just added a little something to it and let it dry. Added something, let it dry, a little bit of grass, little random plants, different shaped leaves, some foreground. I darkened the tree with the complement of its shadow color, so I put red on the green and turned brown. Like magic. I love playing with color. And then I decided that the tree needed a little friend. So I put in this balloon and I was feeling the orange for a minute, and then I looked at it from far away and said, no, this is gonna be a red balloon. And then it was. And then I decided that the balloon needed a little friend because he was lonely. So I gave him Mr. Frog, and he's just super cute. And I just love the way this little sketchbook page turned out. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try something just on a whim and add characters to it. It can be such a surprise to create a landscape and then reassess and wonder, like, who's living here? What's the story? What's going on in this place that you've just created in your imagination? I love to explore.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Wow, balloons.
Look at that. What do you think?
Mr. Frog.
Mr. Frog and the red balloon.
On a red balloon.
Mm-hmm. Where are they going?
They're going home.
Where do they live?
House.
They live in a house?
I'm going Mr. Frog house.
Who? Mr. Frog's house? Maybe I need to paint Mr. Frog's house next. Okay. AJ did all of these. He did not have help. He did such a great job. What did you see in there?
I see nuts.
Those aren't nuts, AJ. Try again. What did you pull out of the pumpkins?
Pumpkin seeds.
So what are those?
Those are seeds.
These pumpkin seeds are so good. We ate most of them already. If anyone hasn't tried this in the air fryer but me, I feel like I'm keeping a really well-kept secret that just needs to get out. If you get an air fryer oven that has a rotisserie basket and you're not putting pumpkin seeds in there and you're still putting them on a baking sheet in the oven, you are wasting time. I put these in the air fryer for 20 minutes and then they are perfect golden crispy brown. I didn't have to babysit them, and when it was done, I forgot about it and let it sit there for a little while and nothing burned. The little air fryer oven is like my favorite appliance lately. I just love it. Another appliance I've been really getting into is my Instant Pot. I made turkey soup, cream of wild rice, turkey soup with pimentos. I cooked the turkey breast in there and then I turned it into soup, and it was just beautiful, and I shared it with my family. It was amazing. Another dish I really enjoyed was my creamy cheese sauce Pappardelle sweet potato pasta from the Kenosha Public Market you saw in my last vlog. Yum! This next little segment of the vlog is about Morgan, the blue and gold macaw. I've been collecting his feathers, as you'll see on that table. That's my workstation. I am going to be making jewelry with his feathers. I've made a bunch of earrings. I've ordered boxes. I've ordered packaging, and I'm super excited. This has been like 2 years plus ish, almost 2 years of collecting his feathers and making them into things. So a regular part of my vlog is going to be taking care of Morgan, just like most people have their dogs or their cats or their whatever. I've got the bird for your entertainment and my own. I've grown so much closer to this bird, and he never used to let me even touch him, and now he wants to be picked up all the time. And I've been feeding him a variety of different fresh foods, and we don't really know if it's a him, but Morgan's never laid an egg. It's Captain Morgan. He's been Adam's bird. He was in Adam's family since he was a baby bird. And I think you may enjoy some of the things that I'm going to be making from collecting the feathers. And I just washed them in cold water. I've gotten only gold and silver findings for these. I love making jewelry and I love sharing these things with people. I've already given away quite a few of these earrings to my best friends and family, and I'm super excited to see where this goes, if it grows, if I have more jewelry business, if I make lots of other things. I might have to collect feathers from other people's birds, but these are all naturally molted feathers, so if you have ethical standpoint on your jewelry, like, you can know that this is a well-loved pet who just drops them when they grow out. Like, I mean, they're basically made out of keratin, like your fingernails and hair. But they're so beautiful that how can you not want to turn them into jewelry? I have one more thing I really wanted to share, and it was this time we went to the park in the fog with our lightsabers that we 3D printed with the Fab Lab. And I mean, you can see for yourself, it's so much fun. Kids love these lightsabers. I'm gonna teach a class this fall, and I'm gonna make designing your own lightsaber one of the projects. Our neighborhood kids all kind of received one because we were making a bunch, and they all have so much fun, and I have so much fun. I just decided to try to film a little cinematic lightsaber fight for AJ. These are our normal weeknights, and I have a blast. It's so much fun. So I'm gonna end this vlog with a little footage that I took at Lincoln Park in Kenosha. The trees are just so beautiful, and I love going for walks every time of day. It's just so nice to go to that park and live close enough to walk to a park with so many beautiful trees and a pond and get to see the ducks. And this is one of those things that has helped me through quarantine, so it's something I feel like I want to share, and I may share more in the future, so stay tuned. Wow, what a crooked shot. Oh, I'm so sorry. I love you all. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful fall, and I'll see you next time.